Ace Trumpets is hot like fish grease, and this is one of your favorite duos of all time. So talk a little bit about what makes Clipse so great before we go into breaking down the lyrics on this great song.
Clipse pioneered luxury coke rap. They would say they pioneered coke rap in general. And what they brought to the game is a level of artistry and sophistication that other rappers really don't have or even have an intention to present. Like we're talking about Grinding is their first hit single.
Mm,
That is
mm,
the craziest beat.
mm.
I think most rappers would not know how to rap on that beat. And these are fairly new artists as far as, well, completely brand new artists as far as the industry was at the time and came in hard as fuck. And that beat is still classic
Why
to
is
this
that beat
day
hard to rap on?
because it was unorthodox. It's cat cat cat. Like you just hit me with 17 kicks when most of the time it's two kicks in the on the downbeat and we just keep on going. At that time, that's crazy. So you and their hi-hats are not going crazy, which like I said, you're either rapping to downbeat kick and snare or you're rapping to the hi-hat when it comes to rhythm, right? You're in those pockets or you're going against them in front of or behind them. These guys came straight on that beat and they were like the hi-hat going on top of the kick and snare of that rhythm. And they had unorthodox beat. They had the best producers in the game at the time and all time from my perspective. I'm from Virginia, always going to say that. And they created an entire sound as like a cinematic
Yeah,
sound with
yeah,
Hell Hath No Fury, where it
yeah.
felt so visual because of the imagery. This man came up with Keys Open Doors as a chorus. Think about the what I implore people to do. We're gonna break down this whole song. This is a definitive breakdown. But what I implore people to do is understand the choices that they make while they use these words is very important. And that's where the sophistication and art comes in. Like my favorite line of the year, yellow diamonds look like pee pee. Like yellow diamonds look like pee pee. Front facing, you just hear the simile, but it's hyperbole because of and it's a juxtaposition, right? Yellow diamond luxury item looks like pee pee, freaking urine, especially urine from a childlike, childish, humorous perspective. That takes a level of detail and sophistication for you to even understand that, and a level of humor, which is
The
the
high
art of it.
low in one line like
Yeah,
that. I mean, I appreciate
and you're
when
around your kid for
I
you to be saying
appreciate
things like pee pee.
when rappers do the thing of like, I'm going to give you a high level of detail about this luxury thing that I have because I don't want you to think that I'm looking at a picture of a watch or a car. I
Mm-hmm.
want you to know I gave you a detail that would really only be available to me if I actually have the thing. Like, think about rappers saying shit like, the Patek gave me a rash after 30 days that was shaped like a blah, blah, blah. And you're like, that had to have happened because it is
You're
so
right.
incredibly specific. And like the
Detail.
observation is so specific and real that you're like, well, you have to have the Bugatti or whatever because you're so the detail he's flexing on the wealth, but also on his observational skills that I can look at this thing and see more deeply into it. And now, see, you keep talking about his kids. He got kids, so maybe, but like I'm looking at my own PP, like it kind of do sparkle a little bit in the light, like he's talking about the diamonds do.
It's that level of detail also being like pushed as something that can be it's high and low, but it also could be something silly. Like it's silly to me at this point. That's what I think you have to acknowledge the most is that like my yellow diamonds look like pee pee. It's like this is regular stuff to me. Like this is not that big of a deal. That's what I think is the most important part of the entire messaging in that verse,
Well,
which we
let's
could
jump
go
back.
into.
I want to jump back for a second because we leapt into your favorite line, and I love that. But the
Yeah.
song starts with a sample that I feel, but I don't totally understand. Like I feel why it's there, and it feels very Pusha, and he's really good at like giving you like an intro moment to this song and then launching into it. But like,
Mm-hmm.
so they start with this voice. This is culturally inappropriate, which kind of reminds me of like Dr. Dre, like, you should play this in a residential neighborhood at a very high volume, right? But
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
what does he mean? Why are they dropping that sample there at the beginning?
It's the repurposing of highbrow and mainstream culture from a black perspective. That's what they're about. That's what the high and low does. If I'm repurposing what you think is art with my life and who I am, the dominant society will look at me as though this is culturally inappropriate. This is not right. That's one line. Then you flip it on the other line saying that you taking my art and the real thing from my streets, my community, and subverting it, that is culturally inappropriate. It's like the lady who sued the government because the older white lady who sued the government because she played Harriet Tubman, right? And she didn't understand why she couldn't play Harriet Tubman.
Okay.
It's and then she related it to Hamilton, saying those guys weren't freaking white, but they played Hamilton. It's like, that's not, subversion only works in one way when you're talking about it from this perspective. So that's exactly the line and duality of that line, and why I love the clip so much is that duality and the awareness,
All right.
especially from Malice.
What's he doing in the chorus? Ballerinas doing pirouettes inside of my snow globe, shopping sprees in Soho. You had to see it. You had to see it. Strippers shaking ass and watching the dough blow. Ace Trumpets and Rose Mose. Okay, what is happening here?
Ballerinas doing pirouettes inside of my snow globe is, you are in control of the white girl, right? As well, and that is the luxury society, the world that you are in. I am in control of white girl being cocaine, white girl being the dancer, white girl being, it's multi-layered. White girl.
Remember he said with Kendrick, if you're not sure, guess that it's a gun. With Pusha, if you're not sure, guess that it's coke.
It's coke. Yeah. That is definitely it.
Like, maybe it's coke. Oh, yes, of course it is coke. Okay.
But think about that. Ballerinas doing pirouettes inside of my snow globe is, I'm throwing, the snow can be, snow globe, you picture things falling on a ballerina. The ballerina could be the dancer on stage with money falling around her, doing pirouettes. She's doing splits, right? That's the stripper part of the entendre. Then ballerinas doing pirouettes inside my snow globe is cooking coke in a pot, right? But you are in control, and that's the reason why my snow globe is so important, because you are in control of all of this atmosphere. I'm in control of the stripper dancing. I'm in control of the pot moving, shopping sprees in Soho. You had to see it. Strippers shaking ass and watching the dough blow. Ace Trumpets and Rose Mose. Ace Trumpets being the champagne. Same thing with Rose Moet, right?
Okay.
So saying that, so that's, he's describing the scene of like, this is Stripperville. This is posh stripper life and luxury life that I'm living, right? So, and that's saying, and you had to see it, is acknowledging that not a lot of people are in this situation that I'm in. You had to see it. You had to be there. You wouldn't get it if you wasn't there. Yeah, you wouldn't really get it if you don't understand. And that's the beauty of the clips, especially Pusha. It's just complete and obnoxious luxury perspective, juxtaposed with the most street of street life. And that's the thing.
Mm-hmm. Hence the title of the song is a champagne reference.
Exactly.
I gotta pause to just note, this is one of the great voices in modern hip hop, the way his voice sounds. And even when he's just saying something like ballerinas doing pirouettes inside of my snow globe, the way he works through all these syllables, the music that he puts in it, the depth, just the sound. Like, he's a phone book kind of MC. Like, he could read the phone book and it would be the shit. But he also like really is thinking through, like, he's living in each word and like living in each syllable.
3,000%. I would express that as character. Like, when songwriters in a room, they talk about you changing your character, expressing your character. It's being in that persona, right? And he's fully committed every single time he says a word. Only he could deliver a line, yellow diamonds look like pee-pee, and it feels so serious, but you also know that there's tongue-in-cheek attached to it. It's layered in that way where it's like, that shit's hilarious and stupid, but he means it. Like, when you hear it from his voice, he means it.
Now, PP sets up the rhyme
Rhyme
scheme
scheme,
through
yeah.
most of this. I think he goes on that
All
E
of it.
sound through the whole thing, which we're gonna go through it. I criticize Drake for doing that, but I bet he's going to do this in a much smarter way that will not leave me cold. And even like when he's fucking around with words like weefy to make the rhyme work and talking about meachies, I'm like, I'm loving this. I'm loving the way you're playing with rhyme. I love the way he plays with words, like purposely mispronounces words in this verse.
Yeah, I love that. I mean, I don't agree with the statement of use. It's harder to stay in a rhyme scheme than not. That, like, I don't care what nobody says. You don't rap if
I'm not
it's
saying easier or
so.
harder, right? I'm
No,
saying
I'm saying that. I'm going
harder.
off. I'm just saying I don't agree with that. The whole Drake thing. It's not the fact that you rhyme the same words. It's what you're saying and how you're doing it. That's all that matters. It's what you're saying and how you're doing it. And he does it. He's saying something and he's doing it at the utmost level with
Yeah.
internal rhymes and hilarity, like the first line. So we got that first line out of the way. From that first line, he goes, "Bitches fly from DC on my private to Waikiki." 3P. There, right there's the internal from DC to Waikiki. Also, who knew Waikiki was coming up? No, you know how when we're talking about like not knowing the next word that's gonna rhyme, you never know where Pusha's going with it with his rhymes, because it's such a simple scheme, but he's still delivering. Bitches find a DC from my property Waikiki, and
Why
the
does he
three-peat is the consecutive, him saying that he can do this consecutively. That imagery of going from DC to Waikiki, how far that is, the like flying a woman across the entire world just casually, and amazing. Plus the internal rhyme. Niggas is my sons, and that's on repeat. You know, the simple metaphor that everybody says, that people are their sons. You know, you followed the game, you followed all these rappers, you just a copycat, which is kind of like the entire thing here. Sins of the father, so I can call you little Meechies.
That
That's an
line is
allusion.
dope. To Big
Dope.
Meech, BMF.
Yeah.
That's the little Meechies. So it really, I mean, I love the sound of it and the way he picks up the rhyme scheme there, but like he's Big Meech in that. For like this is dope. This is dope. This is dope.
Yeah. Also, Little Meech. It's also a direct jab at like the stuff that was going on with Lil Meech and 50 and everything that we know about um that situation of there being like issues. Now,
How could
how could
you
you?
and me be
This is my
ever
favorite.
seen as peers?
Can't compare. You just CC. Oh, first of all, he hits you with the rhetorical question like, how can you ever be seen as peers? After this whole time, I just finished telling you that, look at what I do. My yellow diamonds look like fucking pee-pee. I fly across the world with bitches thrice over, which is also a callback. 3P is a callback to a other line in he said, I seen the world thrice times, from that Panama Sun to French Champs-Élysées. So him saying that he's done it 3 times already is him calling back to something that he's already said. You have to be a deep fan to know that. And then the wordplay of CC being carbon copy and the
Yeah.
email reference, and then also referring to can't compare, you just CC, which is a reaffirmation. Like, can't compare, you just CC, you just can't compare. So he just said it twice while saying you're a carbon copy and saying you're just CCing me onto your shit. That
Did you
line is ridiculous.
also the homophone of you just see me, you can't compare, you just
CC, yeah,
right?
yeah, you just visually see, yeah, completely. You just
Don't don't you
CC.
know these clears back to the diamonds? These clears in my ears only
Only
VVs.
VVs. That's just straight letting clear is
The
similar
diamond.
for clear diamonds, luxury flex. That's what that is. Play musical chairs. I love this luxury flex. Play musical chairs, Fred Astaire, internal rhyme through these GTs. Now
With
it's like you play musical chairs, you sit through on different chairs. He's like, I play musical chairs with fucking GTs, like luxury vehicles, and I dance through them. It's like, which car I'm gonna use today? This one, that one. Let me twirl, spin, and sit into
oh
this one.
oh, he's
That's just,
saying I got a lot of cars.
I got a whole lot of cars, but playing musical chairs, Fred Astaire through these GTs, I'm dancing through these cars. Like, that's fucking crazy. Too much wear and tear on your bitch. She couldn't please me. Simple
Wait,
shit saying that.
wait, wait. Wait.
And the car reference, think about this. Play musical chairs, Fred Astaire through these GTs. Too much wear and tear. That's a car reference. Again, on your bitch. She couldn't please me.
But also, I don't want your girl.
I don't want you.
Too many
I
people
don't want
done
your
that.
girl. I don't want your girl. I'm good. I don't want the girl that everybody got. What was I? Where
White
was I at in
glove
this?
service with the brick. I am Luigi.
Luigi. Okay. White glove service, if you don't know, that is high-end service of any goods and service. That means like
Luxury.
somebody is in a suit, luxury service, right? Someone's in a suit with white gloves serving your food or being your valet, which that's the more reference on cars because you're still on cars, playing musical chairs, trying to stare through these GTs, too much wear and tear on your bitch. Could it please me? White glove service with the brick. I am Luigi. So he's luxury coke. Like I told you, this is luxury coke.
But this
Because
is
they also point out that the Luigi line, Luigi is the younger brother. Pusha is also the younger brother, so that's the reference to that.
this is about Luigi and Mario. I want this to be about Luigi Mangione, but I don't think he's talking about that. He's talking about Mario Brothers Luigi.
I almost give him that allusion to that reference because of sold ecstasy. That is a reference to pills now, not coke. Why are you referencing drugs that are more related to pharmaceutical actual pills if there isn't a reason when it comes to the Luigi? Because he just said white glove service with the brick. I am Luigi. Sold ecstasy and disappeared. That nigga sold drugs and got killed. I am Houdini.
Yeah.
The nigga who
Ryan Thompson, you mean?
the nigga who he took out. I completely think that is a reference.
I wish it was. I don't believe it. I feel
That's
like
crazy. Why would you say ecstasy out of nowhere, Torre? Tell me that as a writer.
Well, no, he's not saying ecstasy out of nowhere. He's talking about
Where does he reference ecstasy ever?
No, but he's talking about things that he's sold. This like he talked about white glove service with the brick. That's Coke, Luigi, right? And then this line is equivalent. Sold ecstasy. Another thing that I sold. I'm Houdini. Like the two lines are equivalent grammatically.
I think there's a reference, but okay, they're equivalent grammatically. I think it's a reference because you didn't have to do that.
Ecstasy is not a pharmaceutical drug. It's an illegal drug. It's MDMA. You can't it's like if it was I
hear
like
you.
Reach to go into think that means Luigi Mando. I wish it was.
I don't think so, but we can move on. Sold ecstasy and disappeared. I am Houdini. Houdini is a magician. He sold ecstasy and bounced out the game. He's Houdini, or the reference that I was saying, why he disappeared. Look at them, him and him, still waiting on Yeezy. Not too subtle of a shot at Yeezy, but it's right there. I hope you got your squeegees.
Wait, who's him and him? Who's him and him?
Him and him. Anybody who's rocking with Kanye West, probably a Jim Jones reference or diss. But
why is he dissing Yeezy here?
What? Okay, if you don't know, Ye went on live with one of these freaking kids who stream and said crazy shit about Pusha and said, Pusha, where's all that tough guy act? You stood on my shoulders to defeat Drake. Like, he said all that shit. And if you read the article, which we should do a whole nother video about the article, Pusha T says, I can't hang around Kanye because I can't lie and he'll see in my face that I think he's not a man. I don't think he's a man.
He said
And
that
I'm
in
not,
GQ.
he said that in the GQ article.
Oh, I
That's what
love
he
him
said.
for that. I love it. I
Push
can't lie, and he'll see in my face that I don't
face
think.
that I think he's not in. I hope you got your squeezies at your interviews. Here's the reference. At your interviews, I just kiki. Life's peachy. ASAP with Riri.
Hold on,
Right?
don't get too
Referencing
fast. I hope you got your squeegees at your interviews.
the
Your
interview is the Kanye's interview. When is basically talking about what Kanye said, and he's saying, "I just kiki, I just laugh at that. We
right.
just laughing at that bullshit. Life is
What's that got
great.
your squeegees mean? I
You
hope
can
you
be on
got
the street corners,
your.
like you about to be on the street corners, you dusty ass
Mm,
niggas.
mm.
You rappers all beneath me, beloved like the Bee Gees. International flights connect me to the Wi-Fi. The only way you'll
When you
reach me,
reach me.
only way you reach me is on the internet. Like you not seeing me in person.
See, I mean,
And
like, look. The point is not that you did the same sound through the whole thing. It's that the sounds are surprising, that we don't expect Waikiki. We don't expect like a rhyming dictionary would not give you this. You would not expect that he's going to go Houdini, Luigi, GTV. Like when we talked about Drake, it was that these rhyming choices are very basic, that any fifth grader would think of, that a rhyming dictionary would include. These rhyming choices on Ace Trumpet are not what any child would think of, or not what we are expecting as we're going through. Even though he's maintaining the sound, I feel surprised at the words that he's getting to at the end of the lines.
very much because he's painting a picture and a story, and doing it completely from his perspective. And when you get a personal, authentic perspective, whether it's from your imagination or it's just narrative documentation, it's going to come out different depending on the person. Does
it does
now
fit into the thesis that most rap verses, the thesis is I'm the shit. That's what the verse is about.
that's that at this point that's reductive. Like you can't be, that is so reductive. Most rap verses about this shit.
No,
This
I don't
rap verse
mind.
is a juxtaposition. Not
I don't
it's not
mind.
just I'm the shit.
I don't want to. No, it's a good question. I don't come at it in a reductive. I think that black people, black men, urban black men, coming from the underground.
Urban.
Well, I mean, if he's selling
Urban's
drugs,
just another word for nigga.
for sure. But I mean, as opposed to suburban, who are like most hip hop comes from the city, guys who are like trying to rise up, and like to have black people like that, bigging them up and talking about I'm the shit and like letting their ego flow. Like there's something revolutionary and valuable and important in black people doing that. So I don't think black people making songs saying I'm the shit means that's a nothing. So this is a very valuable way for black people to communicate to other black people. So I'm with the message. I'm just noting most hip hop is about that, but it's fine. I'm very happy with that.
No, but to say it, here's the issue. To say I'm the shit as that terminology is reductive because it should, if you want to say that it's empowering, that's a different statement than I'm the shit, because I'm the shit is reductive. It makes it one thing, whereas you can empower yourself in so many different ways, and rappers empower themselves in many different ways, is what I'm trying to say.
So would you prefer if I called it I'm the man?
No, I think you should say this, it's empowering. It's not I'm the man. It's empowering.
We're saying kind of the same thing. Like the thesis is I'm the man, I'm the greatest, I'm the dopest, right? I mean, like it is empowerment. He may or may
I'm dope is more so than I'm the dopest, but the dopest is a byproduct of after saying you're dope for so long.
But
it's
rappers
really about saying I'm dope. It's say it loud, I'm black and my proud, to a larger extent. That's all that is. If black was made something that is negative and looked upon by the dominant society as something that's negative, and you go say it loud, I'm black and I'm proud, that's the same thing as saying, like, they told me I'm the scum of the earth for being a drug dealer or I won't make no money. The teacher told me that I'll be dead by 25 and I won't do anything. Look at me, nigga. Yellow diamonds look like pee-pee.
Well, here's the one thing that and this is not a criticism, but say it loud, I'm black and I'm proud, is we are dope. quite often in hip hop, it is I am better than you, I am richer than you. And I, as a person who is in community with them, receive it as I am also uplifted. I don't feel it as you are holding your chains over me, but like I am rising and like we all rise together. But it is very often I'm the best. I'm the best
I
rapper.
said,
I have the most money. I'm the toughest. I got the baddest
yeah, but
bitches.
that's an evolution. I didn't say that it was
Yeah.
a equal reference. I'm saying the evolution of that, because the society is individualistic. You being the shit is how you come up. But we can move on
Well,
to
yeah,
the
yeah,
best verse.
because yeah. You like we love the Pusha T verse, but you think No Malice's verse is better.
Yeah, I do think Malice's verse is stronger. I always feel like the difference and duality of the clips is Push is in the world and is completely consumed by it, a master of it, but he's in love with the game. Whereas Malice is aware of the game, the flaws and the successes at a higher level. He's always showing and depicting the awareness of it and the reality of it. Pusha does that too, but he's more optimistic with what he can get out of it. Where Malice is looking at it as, man, this shit's fucked up. Like the last line in their first album is, all of these lost souls and I'm their Jesus, and that's how I realized that I'm not shit. Saying that he's not shit for being a fucking drug dealer. All these lost souls and I'm their Jesus, and I ain't even shit. That perspective to understand where you're at but while doing all this has to come from someone with a different level of self-awareness, and why I love Malice so much. And he's just a nice guy. Met him a couple times. Great human being.
I'm glad he's a great human being. That does not have anything to do with this here. But shout out to Malice. Penne alla vodka, Panama Fishing Village visiting with Papa with choppers.
Now.
So he's setting a scene. We're eating. We're in Panama, movie scene, exterior, two men eating penne, Panama Fishing Village, visiting with an older drug dealer. It seems fine. Wait, there's guns here.
It's real. Here it is. Here it is. Let me explain. Penne alla vodka. That's obviously cultural cuisine, Italian cuisine. So it's a luxury tone. And then you have Panama Fishing Village visiting with Papa with the choppers, saying two things. Panama Fishing Village visiting Papa could be the drug dealer, father figure, or it could just end choppers being guns. Or you look at choppers as in helicopter, and you're doing luxury things with this person that you know out in this Panama Fishing Village, and you had to take a chopper to get there. So it's two pieces there. It's the guns as well as you going to the secluded Panama Fishing Village to visit this person of importance, right? Mm-hmm. Now, all of you imposter, right after that. Let me let y'all know.
Right. Okay. He said pasta, and then he said all of you imposter.
Simply just Ferrari window shoppers. I thought you were saying that he actually said the word pasta in the beginning, but yeah, he was referencing pasta and then came in saying that y'all imposter. Simply just Ferrari window shoppers. Like, y'all Ferrari window shoppers. Like, you're not truly wealthy.
The one that I just ordered looked like it was built by NASA.
NASA. Over $500,000.
And you know what? This is a fantastic observation because them shits do be looking like they were made by NASA.
3,000%. And it costs over $500,000. We call it focaccia. That's Italian bread, nigga. We ain't like, this is over $500,000. That's now Italian luxury bread.
Right.
That's what focaccia is. Focaccia
right.
is Italian bread. Reaching for Akasha.
This I love. Never leaving home without my peace, like
Mahatma Gandhi.
But
that is the best line in the whole song.
So it's his peace, his inner peace, and also his gun. Is there a third?
In a double or triple entendre, every single word does not have to also reflect the other meaning in the double. Even though the word peace has a double meaning, in the simile, it only has one meaning, which means that I never leave home without my gun. Yeah, from the tribe of Judah, I'm Mufasa. Unless peace is also work. Some people call the work peace, like your drug work could be a piece. So if you
But
want to
with
say that,
but
it
if
could be a
it's
third.
but if it's work, which it may be, or the gun, how does like I'm Mahatma fit? Like obviously it fits if it's when it's the meaning of peace, but
It
like
doesn't have to fit.
it doesn't
It
matter to
doesn't.
you.
It no. It doesn't have to fit. Never leaving home without my peace, like I'm Mahatma Gandhi. That's the peace part. But then the
Yeah,
peace, you know that he's referencing something else because you know
yeah,
what he's alluding
yeah,
to. So
yeah.
it doesn't have to also work with the word Mahatma.
Okay.
From the tribe of Judah, I'm Mufasa. That is like the 12 tribes of Judah. The lion is the representation for the 12 tribes of Judah. So that's Mufasa. Never turn
Never turn the other cheek, you'll die at the
eye at the
Oscars.
Oscars.
If you read up on me, like you read up on Chris Rock,
I, you will die at the Oscars.
fuck out of here, nigga. Are you
It's
kidding?
like it's like that's crazy.
And
But
so this persona non grata, mi casa su casa, drugs killed my teen spirit. Welcome to
welcome to
Nirvana.
Nirvana. Let's
There
read
might
that.
be some Gen Zers watching who may not remember that Nirvana was famous for a song like "Smells Like Teen Spirit."
Team Spirit.
That's the name of
Yeah.
their big song. So that's a reference to that Nirvana song, which is pretty obvious to the older folks. But drugs killed my teen spirit.
Teen Spirit.
He's dealing the drugs and saying the shit's killed him. For sure, the drugs were damaging to the dealers. For sure.
Yes.
When do they
And it was
talk
his
about it?
death of
Who's
his
talking about it?
innocence. And that's
Yeah.
what I'm trying to say about the difference with Malice. He's telling that look, this is the death of my innocence right here. Persona non grata. I'm an outcast. My house is your house to the drug. And him to say that I'm an outcast and my house is your house. He's like, my house is your house to the fiends. Come through, get this work. I'm selling it to you. This and freaking tells you that these drugs killed my teen spirit. Welcome to Nirvana.
Oh,
So
if you are persona non grata, then you can come hang with me. I'm that
yeah.
sort of person. You are welcome with me, and that was my youth. And
Mm-hmm.
drugs killed my spirit by being available for all these persona non gratas. Wow.
Exactly.
I mean, this bit right here
And
for sure.
no,
This
but the
part.
Welcome to Nirvana also shows that he's talking to fiends as well. That
For
like
sure.
it's like I'm gonna give you Nirvana with this drug.
So that's a really nice double entendre where Nirvana works in two different ways. As
Very
obviously
much so.
Teen Spirit works in two ways, but Nirvana also goes with it. That's what I was hoping for with Mahatma, because I have high hopes and expectations. These guys said high hopes, but this bit right here really earns what you're talking about Malice has a different perspective on the game than Pusha. And we see what you were saying, that Pusha is just celebratory of how great this is and how much I'm shining. And Malice is like, well, this shit is kind of fucked up also, which
Yeah.
gives it a depth that Pusha being like, I'm so shiny isn't exactly there.
Yeah. He doesn't do it in such clear direction and clarity that Malice does. He does it with certain lines sometimes where you can see the negatives and the pitfalls of the game. But he loved the game. Pusha loved
So
the
what is
game.
this? You was Fuji
La
Lala.
la.
I was Alibaba. Okay, another internal, but what is that line?
You Fuji Lala is you saying Fugazi or the idea of you as Fuji Lala as in you're pop, you're playful. When you was out here singing that song and you're playful and having all this fun, I was the king of thieves. I was Alibaba. You was Fuji Lala, I was Alibaba. You know what I'm saying? And dressed in the house of Gucci made from selling Lady Gaga. Like I got this house, all this fly gear and all the stuff I was wearing from selling that white girl. This is something that's front facing, so sometimes I feel like everybody would know it, but Lady Gaga was also in a movie called House of Gucci, and that's why that reference works both ways. Island wearing tie dye, saying that I'm now fucking out here in the islands wearing fucking tie dye like a freaking tourist because I can do that now from the shit that I did and the money that I've earned. Umbrella in my rolls match the one that's in my tie.
In this Mai Tai. So now I'm in the moment with you. Like,
yeah.
oh my God, this Mai Tai I'm drinking looks like this. I'm like, see you like sitting somewhere. The rolls is outside and there's a little umbrella and like, oh, that's so cute. We got the same jointed fucking rolls. I also just bought a new fucking Ferrari. So, you know, we doing good over here. What the fuck?
1000%. Listen, you are not I. Cross T's and dot I's. I was so that right there is to say that I got out of this game unscathed. You are not me. I turned into a middle-aged tie-dye Hakuna Matata fun-loving luxury guy from starting off in this world. I left, I done disappeared and reappeared without a voila. That's him referencing him as Malice, turning to no Malice now, and coming back and still being just as a greater writer. Also him going in and out of the game of drugs. That's the
I done disappeared and reappeared without a voila. So they keep making these references to other cultures to show their culturedness, even though they're going to give you that some coke rap shit that brings you into that world also. This is what we're talking about, the luxury coke rap that you're going to get both sides of that. Whew.
There's a level of sophistication and art that just does not exist in most people's raps that they have, not only with the reference of the words and fucking penne alla vodka and voila. It's just always these freaking European things that they want to reference, and then drug trade shit.
Between them, I mean, like, it's not. I think
close,
it's
but Malice got him on that one.
Even though he got the better first line.
The Mahatma line is a better bar, though. Yellow Diamonds Look Like Pee-Pee's hilarious and a great opener, but the Mahatma line, come on. Like, no one's ever used Mahatma Gandhi in that way before. Like, it's right there in front of our faces, and we've never said that shit. That's great.
No, he got a lot of dope shit on here. Even like Persona non grata Mikasa Sukasa, which I didn't really understand until you explain it. I'm like, that line is so dope. And using those two foreign phrases together that way, and then followed up with drugs killed my teen spirit, like
depth. And the beat is so hard. So you playing with that humor and depth, that's a sophisticated thing. That's like a Quentin Tarantino movie where he's gonna make you laugh, cry, feel gross.
These guys are more Scorsese-ish to me than Tarantino, because Tarantino will make you laugh. And I know there was like one or two kind of funny things. They have some levity to them, but like this shit is hard. Life is hard. We make money, but life is hard. Drugs is fucking flowing out this bitch.
I don't disagree with that statement, but it's very cinematic because of the and the beat. And this is where you got to give Pharrell his credit. Him being off the grid, it feels like he started right back up from Hell Hath No Fury with stronger sonics. Like the quality of the beat is actually harder than the Hell Hath No Fury as far as like the sonics are bigger. That droning bass line with the triple kick that hits on the bass line, but it's off beat. It's not on the grid. That's what I love about Hell Hath No Fury so much. It's like someone playing the beat in front of you. Just
and this and knowing what we now know about the contractual situation, this song is 12 to 18 months old, right?
Could be, yeah, very much so.
And it still sounds fresh and awesome and not dated. And actually, if Def Jam was holding this album for a year, then it couldn't be Luigi Mangione because he became famous at the end of last year.
Yeah, if the song is a year old, we don't know.
If the song is a year old, like most of Clipse had an album on Def Jam You know that. They don't
Yeah,
necessarily.
yeah.
That's been held for a year. They just got dropped. We talked about that,
Mm-hmm.
and now they're moving on to Rock Nation, or moved on to Rock Nation. But this song could. I mean, they obviously could have recorded something new, but this song could be a year old. It could be a year and a half old, but it doesn't sound dated, and none of the references are ASAP with Riri. That's like the most timed reference, but they've been together for years.
Yeah, they've had 2, 3 children at this point. And that Luigi line too, I love that he said that because Luigi is the younger brother. People don't know that, but
Yep.
Mario's the older brother, Luigi is the younger brother. Terrence Thornton, Mr. Pusha T, is the younger brother out of the two. And even in their meaner and character, just like I said, where Malice is purveying, seeing everything, seeing both sides, seeing all sides of the game, and Pusha T's running head first, and he's gonna knock anybody out, and he's like, I need my credit. I'm the one, right? That's bigger brother, little brother energy, and their duality is amazing. And I love how Pusha T, because when Pusha T's by himself, he's like, I'm the greatest ever, right? When Pusha T goes with his brother, he's like, I got my brother with me. And you could feel it in his energy, like, y'all can't stop me. And that's why they're the greatest rap duo to me, is just the sophistication and the production, their ability to do all that. So yeah, we're gonna talk about Clipse a lot.
A lot.
we gonna
A lot.
talk
A
about
lot.
it a lot.
Can't wait to get the album. We go.